Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Sagittarius. You can have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you are here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Now, Sagittarius, this reading is going to be for January, but you can watch it whenever, whenever you come across it. Whenever it pertains to your life is, when you should be watching it. Anyway, so the way that I was getting into your guys' energy, they had me do things similar to how I did Leo's. And what it was is they had me turn on the song and then get a card from the Black Moon astrology cards here, okay, while the song was playing. Now, what's interesting is that so I got the song and then I got a message. And I was writing the message down, and then I started shuffling the Black Moon astrology cards to get the card out for you guys. And as I was doing that, it switched to another song. I just saw 111, by the way. So the card actually that you got was an 11. It breaks down to an 11 here that you got from the Black Moon astrology card, which is stability. Now on the bottom is transform. So I'm hearing I transform stability. This is kind of like the theme of your reading here is what I'm getting. And so it's 211 or 238 I'm also hearing. Those could mean something to you or not. So that's kind of like the theme of the reading. Now the songs that I got was the first song was If the World Was Ending by J.P. Sachs and Julia Michaels. Now, the message that I instantly got with that song is like, there's a relationship or something, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. Now, the song is very clearly talking about two people, but if you're not interested, or maybe this isn't for you, I don't know, because it is very, very strong message about two people, but it could be like a passion project. Okay, but anyway, the song, hang on, let me kind of get this paper closer to me so I can see what I wrote down. Let's see here. A connection that feels right? Like you feel a strong connection but by day, for some reason, it doesn't work. Like day to day, this connection doesn't work. Like the people can't come together for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is. But if there was only one night left on Earth, right? If you only had one night left and you knew it, you would choose to spend it with this person. Even though you can't seem to come together here on the earthly plane, like you guys are connected. Now in the song specifically, they're talking about a year ago. And with the 211 from these cards here, I was getting the date of February 11th, and that is coming up on a year. So something could have happened last February with this person, and it was like hopeful, but then it just stopped. It just didn't work out, Let's see. But then, okay, so this is interesting because we have I transform stability. Now, maybe you feel subconsciously that with this person, you would have stability, but it just doesn't seem to pan out ever. And what's interesting is the second song was Hello Sunshine by Bruce Springsteen. And that song, the first thing I got from it was the night was supposed to be the end of the earth, right? It was the last night on Earth. But guess what? Hello, sunshine. The sun ended up rising and the earth did not end. And so even if the feelings weren't spoken in this night spent together, the act of spending the last night on Earth with this other person is in itself a communication of what the other person truly means to them. And so when the sun rises the next morning, you are kind of confronted with this thing that just happened. So maybe this can be metaphorical, right? Like obviously the earth isn't ending, even if it feels like that sometimes. But it's metaphorical, like maybe you and another person did end up like spilling your guts, right? It could have been a year ago that you did that. Excuse me. Yet the sun never rose on that situation. For some reason, it just didn't rise. Now, in this Hello Sunshine song, I want to quote a couple of the lyrics. It says, had enough of heartbreak and pain. Hello sunshine, won't you stay? You fall in love with lonely, you end up that way. So I'm getting the sense that maybe why this isn't really coming together, even if the people care about each other immensely, it's not coming together because one or both of these people feel more comfortable being alone or lonely than with other people. But then it's so wonderful because I transform stability. Okay. So, or maybe something's about to happen on February 11th. I'm not sure. But I transform stability. Something regarding your stability is changing and transforming and changing. I said changing twice there for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and start with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. What is the energy for... this is weird. I keep wanting to say Taurus, which I did Taurus's reading like a long time ago. So you could be dealing with Taurus. You could have Taurus in your chart. I don't know. What is the energy for Sagittarius for January, please? Sagittarius for January. Please and thank you. Can I have one or two cards for Sagittarius, January? Sagittarius, January, please. Okay. So we have the hummingbird, and it's interesting because on the bottom is the firefly, and it's a very similar energy, except one's just a lot smaller than the other one. But they're both air energies here. But they have this like surrounding light about them. Now, I do want to preface this with, like, sometimes I'll look at these cards in the book, but I forgot the book. And so I'm just going solely off of what the cards are saying to me. Now, what I'm seeing first off is this red part on its throat. So I'm getting that throat chakra, like something has or is about to like kind of like bubble up and like spill out of someone's throat. Now it's red, so I'm getting that it's stopped. It's like it's being halted, but it's like there and it's causing like a lump in the throat. And to me, it's almost like this person is like they're anticipating this energy, and it's almost like they're acting as a guiding light. By flashing like that, it's almost like a lighthouse, right? The revolving light. It's like they're acting as a guiding light, and this hummingbird is seeking it out. Now I'm getting a lot of the chakra stuff because it starts here with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, okay? So I'm getting like the chakra alignment. This person is getting an alignment. Now this could be you because this is your reading. This is Sagittarius's reading. And you could be kind of like seeing something as a guiding light. Maybe you're needing to tell someone something, okay? But it's stopped in your throat and it's kind of creating like a lump in your throat. It's almost like you would need an event like the end of the world to be able to speak this out loud, which is a little heartbreaking. But remember, if you get too comfortable with being lonely, you'll fall in love with it. And you'll end up that way. If you keep stopping yourself from, And I think that's why it's not working in the day-to-day is like one or both of these people just is not speaking up. And that's the only reason that it doesn't work. Just because someone's too fearful to say their truth. And the hummingbird, it's known, it like flits from flower to flower. So I'm getting that it's almost like because they can't speak their deeper feelings or their deeper emotions, like they keep an eye on this energy, but then like they're just flitting from energy to energy, whether that be like people or careers or hobbies or all three. It's like this person is just kind of, or you, this could be you. That is kind of a Sagittarian thing. Like they don't like to hold still, right? And no judgment or anything. That's just, that's not a negative or, it's just a quality. It's not, it doesn't have to be portrayed as negative, or sometimes it can come out as negative, sometimes it can come out as positive, right? Just like every other energy. But I'm getting that it's almost like, but I'm also getting that you need to kind of flit from each chakra, like really kind of focus on this. On your chakras, like listen to the alignments during sleep, even, like you can do that. But yeah, okay, so I do kind of want to keep that lightning bug. I said lightning bug, is specifically says firefly, but I don't know if that's like a Midwest thing, but with the hummingbird. Okay, now let's go ahead and what do I want to use? I guess I'm gonna stay with how I've been doing it tonight. We're going with the vice versa tarot. Okay, what is the message for Sagittarius, please, for January? Sagittarius, January, please. What is the message for Sagittarius for January? January for Sagittarius. Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness, so much swords energy, so much air energy. This is air. Swords is represented by air. So you have the Two of Swords. Okay, so they specifically just said, like, this person's blindfolded and they're stuck. It's nothing like, even if it's like you have this energy of like flitting around, it's almost like you're stuck there. It's like you're stuck going to the same flowers over and over and over again, or just something's just not quite right. Okay, and you feel stuck, like you need to transform your stability. That's what it feels like. You need to choose to have a different view of stability. Like with that song, it's like you'll fall in love with lonely. You fall in love with lonely. You end up that way. It's like almost like you need to transform that idea that you don't need to be alone. And I'm not saying being alone is a bad thing. It's not. But maybe for whoever this reading is for, they're kind of getting, I'm hearing the word antsy, to kind of like change their life. They want to allow love in. Like, this isn't stable. You can't build here, right? And this person is all alone on this little tiny island. They can't build. They have to decide to get up and kind of like, I really feel like, and it's funny that I was seeing like the guiding light, the lighthouse, because of the firefly, but because she's in the ocean, right? There's probably a lighthouse somewhere near her. If she just takes off her blindfold, she'll see the lighthouse and know where to go. It's like this person, whether it's you or the other person, you're choosing to be blindfolded just because you're too scared to speak your truth. Now, it's interesting because, okay, first off, before I show you what's on the bottoms here, we have the red, and I'm getting that that's the throat chakra here, right? Where it's like, it's cut off. and it needs to change. It needs the transformation of the stability. It needs to go from being turned off to being turned on. This is no longer working. Try something else. Okay? Now we have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. The Knight and the Page, that's communication. And I feel like it's kind of like these two things. The Knight is forward action. The Page, you can see on the Page's face, he is like scared and kind of roaming around, like looking for something, where the Knight has more directed action. And even like the birds in this image are like flying towards whatever it is. And so instead of like floating around and being scared and not seeing where you're supposed to go, you kind of transform that idea and decide to seek stable ground. And by doing, like, it's almost like by speaking your truth is what is going to bring you stable ground. It's almost like as soon as you speak your truth, it's there. That's all the other person is waiting for, is for truth. Like, to know that their feelings are reciprocated. Like, obviously they're not speaking either. Maybe they have. Maybe they feel like their actions have been clear. But it's almost like they don't feel like they need to speak. Like, they are giving signals with the firefly, you know. They're like flashing their light. They are the lighthouse. They're flashing their light. They're giving the signal for you to come in, but you're not coming in, you know. But the lighthouse is always going to be there. It's always going to be there. Unless something drastic happens, right? Like, it's always going to be there, bringing in the ships. Let's see. I feel like I don't need to get any more from this deck. I'm going to go ahead. I guess I kind of... What do we got? 17 minutes? This might be a short reading. I don't really feel like we need to clarify this. But we'll go ahead and pull a clarification for the Two of Swords. Maybe we should look at the firefly. Oh, that's... Okay, so the Ace of Swords, it came out in reverse, which normally I don't take reversals, but it very obviously flipped. So much communication needing to happen. Okay, that's what it is. Now, the Three of Pentacles is on the bottom. Three of Pentacles is teamwork. I think this is... So it's upside down right now. It's that red. It's being stopped. Because the Ace of Swords is the first step of communication, okay? Especially with this Three of Pentacles, it's like building with another. Teamwork, how you can make this work. It's not happening right now. It's stuck. It's, at least for the last year, it's been like this, maybe longer, but it's just not happening. Now, there needs to be a transformation. Like, it's like a one magical night where the person just like gets this like whim. It's like that if the world was ending, you'd come over, right? It has to be like this. They have to just get a whim and just speak it all, and it'll turn this around and it'll completely transform. With these cards up here, it's like the transform stability. That's what this is. It's taking it from no stability to beginning stability. You're transforming it into what it will be by it just takes one act of courage. That's what I'm hearing. Just one act of courage to take this from red to blue. From stopping to going. And it's like the beginning of the end. Or not the beginning of the end. I shouldn't say it like that. It's the beginning of the rest of your life. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get you some advice with the Herb Crafters Tarot, okay? What's the advice for Sagittarius, please, for January regarding this reading? Advice for Sagittarius. Now, I don't know if this is you or the other person, but it looks like you're each going to get some advice, okay? You have the Two of Swords, again, the Two of Air. So much air energy. Oh my gosh. And Garlic Strength. I love this. Okay. I mean, that's the advice. Have the courage to speak it, to go from this, being scared on an island, to speaking your truth so you can start the rest of your life. Like, honestly, that is your advice. You have to have the strength. With the strength comes sweetness. Like, this is garlic steeped in honey. And they're both represented here because when we are strong, there's a sweetness that comes to our life when it doesn't come up from a place of ego. When it comes from a place of ego, it's just the garlic, which is too overwhelming. But then when you mix it with the honey, it stabilizes it. It makes it a treat. You have to have the courage to speak your heart, what's in your heart. You can do it. It just takes one moment of courage, one act of courage. That's it. And I really feel like it's something that this other person is like, they're just waiting. They're there. They're ready. Okay? 222 when I said that. Anyway, so Sagittarius, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. Even if it didn't resonate, but you still like the reading, you can do those things as well. I do have Facebook and Instagram, Peach on Earth, at both places. And I offer personal readings, and all the information for that is down below. I thank any of you for being present today. I thank any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.